Welcome to a land of golden sands, monumental pyramids, and secrets buried beneath the Nile. This is the story of one of the most iconic civilizations in human history, a civilization that lasted over 3,000 years, from the earliest kings before the pyramids to Cleopatra and the Roman conquest. This is the complete history of ancient Egypt. Prepare to journey through time to witness the birth of gods and pharaohs, the rise of empires, the artistry of temples, the battles for power, and the enduring legacy of a people who sought immortality. Grab your sandals and your scrolls, because this isn't just a history lesson, it's an odyssey. To understand Egypt, we must begin long before pyramids scraped the sky. Thousands of years ago, before the Sahara was a desert, the Nile Valley teemed with life. Communities grew along its fertile banks, fishing, farming, and worshipping nature. Around 5000 BCE, early settlements emerged. These were the seeds of Egyptian civilization. Imagine this: small villages scattered along a river that floods predictably. With every flood, the land becomes more fertile. Farmers learn to work with nature, not against it. Stability is born. By 3200 BCE, these scattered communities began to unify. Two powerful kingdoms emerge, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. Eventually, a warrior king known as Nama, also called Menes, unites the two lands, wearing the double crown as the first pharaoh of a unified Egypt. He establishes Memphis as the capital, a city near modern-day Cairo. With this union, Egypt's first dynasty begins. Writing appears in the form of hieroglyphics. Art, religion, and bureaucracy are born. The Nile becomes more than a river. It becomes the highway of an empire. The Old Kingdom, from around 2686 to 2181 BCE, is the age of the pyramid builders. The third dynasty pharaoh Djoser constructs the first step pyramid at Saqqara, designed by his architect, Imhotep, a man later deified. But it's during the fourth dynasty that Egypt reaches architectural glory. Pharaoh Sneferu builds multiple pyramids, perfecting the smooth-sided design. His son, Khufu, constructs the Great Pyramid at Giza. Even today, we don't fully understand how it was built. Over 2 million stone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. Why such obsession with pyramids? For the ancient Egyptians, death wasn't the end, it was a transition. The pyramid was a resurrection machine designed to propel the soul to the afterlife. The Old Kingdom was not just about grandeur, it was also about organization. The pharaoh ruled as a living god, delegating power to officials and governors known as nomarchs. But over time, these nomarchs grew more powerful. The central authority weakened. Eventually, Egypt entered its first major crisis. The collapse of the Old Kingdom plunged Egypt into chaos. From 2181 to 2055 BCE, regional rulers fought for control. The Nile failed to flood properly. Famine struck. Tombs were looted. Art declined. It was a dark time, literally called the First Intermediate Period. But amid the darkness, new powers rose. Two main centers emerged: Heracleopolis in Lower Egypt and Thebes in Upper Egypt. Eventually, a Theban prince named Mentuhotep II reunified the land. He founded the Middle Kingdom. From 2055 to 1650 BCE, Egypt experienced a renaissance. The Middle Kingdom was a time of recovery. Pharaohs reasserted central power, undertook major irrigation projects, and re-established trade with the Levant and Nubia. Art became more personal and realistic. Literature flourished. Tales like the story of Sinuhe reflect themes of identity, loyalty, and justice. Religion also evolved. The god Osiris, once just a funerary deity, became a symbol of hope for the common people. The idea that all Egyptians could attain an afterlife gained popularity. Yet, just as Egypt stabilized, foreign powers crept in. Around 1650 BCE, a mysterious group from the Near East called the Hyksos seized control of northern Egypt. They introduced new technologies, horse-drawn chariots, composite bows, and improved bronze weapons. Egypt was divided once more, but in Thebes, native Egyptian rulers refused to submit. Seqenenretau and his sons began a campaign to expel the Hyksos. His skull, found in a tomb, bears gruesome wounds, a testament to brutal battle. Eventually, Ahmose I succeeded. He drove the Hyksos out and founded the new kingdom. From 1550 to 1070 BCE, Egypt became a true empire. Pharaohs like Thutmose III led military campaigns into Syria and Nubia. Egypt became fabulously wealthy. Temples like Karnak and Luxor were expanded. Obelisks pierced the skies. This was also the age of powerful women. Hatshepsut ruled as pharaoh and launched trade missions to the fabled land of Punt. Her mortuary temple still stands in Deir el-Bahri. Later came Akhenaten, who tried to force Egypt into monotheism, worshipping Aten, the sun disk. His reign was radical and short-lived. After his death, Egypt reverted. Then came Tutankhamun, the boy king. His tomb, discovered in 1922, gave the world a glimpse of Egypt's riches. Though he died young, his fame endures. Finally, Ramses II, or Ramses the Great, led Egypt to its peak. He fought the Hittites at Kadesh, built colossal monuments, and lived into his 90s. But even great dynasties fade. After Ramses, Egypt gradually declined. Invasions, corruption, and weak pharaohs left the land vulnerable. Libyans, Nubians, Assyrians, Persians all took turns ruling Egypt. Brief revivals occurred, but the glory days were over. Then, in 332 BCE, Alexander the Great conquered Egypt. He founded Alexandria, a city that would become a center of learning. After his death, the Ptolemaic dynasty ruled Greek rulers in an Egyptian world. The last of them was Cleopatra VII. Charismatic, intelligent, and politically savvy, Cleopatra allied with Julius Caesar, then Mark Antony. But after their defeat by Rome, Egypt became a Roman province in 30 BCE. Cleopatra's death marked the end of pharaonic Egypt. And so ends a story spanning over 3 millennia. Ancient Egypt wasn't just about pyramids and mummies, it was a civilization of engineers, artists, priests, warriors, and dreamers. They believed in life after death, and in a way, they achieved it. Their monuments still stand, their names still echo, their myths still inspire. Thank you for joining us on this journey through sand and time. This was the complete history of ancient Egypt.